Congratulations on your purchase of your new Le Mans RevMaster. I'm Sig Skovlin and I'm going to show you how to unpack and assemble the bike. You first want to start by removing the 4 straps that will be wrapped around the box, and then you want to tip the box and place your hand between the staples and pull out, releasing the staples from the inner box. Do that on both sides and on the ends. And then lift the top of the box off. You then can take the styrofoam off. Just remove all the packing material and lay the parts out and get organized. After you've unpacked the bike, you're ready to begin the assembly process. We're going to start by screwing the front stabilizers into the front cross arm. Just screw them down all the way down for now. And after these are in, we're going to mount the front cross arm to the frame of the bike. With the bike still in the styrofoam cradle, put the cross arm in, line the holes up, and you have 4 bolts that hold the front cross arm to the frame of the bike. The top 2 bolts use the star washer. The bottom bolts use the curved washer, being sure that the curved part of the washer will be facing the frame of the bike. So we'll put the top bolts in first. And after we get them hand threaded in, we're going to tighten them down, which will pull the cross arm up and then line up the bottom 2 holes. After screwing in the stabilizer feet on the rear cross arm, be sure that the bottom holes of the stabilizer are facing forward, inward towards the bike. Pick up the frame of the bike, line up the holes of the stabilizer with the holes in the frame. And again, the top 2 bolts get the star washers. The bottom 2 bolts will have the curved washer. So we're going to tighten the bolts down. After we get the top bolts tight, we're going to put a piece of the styrofoam packing material under the rear of the bike to lift it up to allow us easier access to the bottom bolts. After you've put the bottom bolts in the rear cross arm, remove the styrofoam packing, repeat the process on the front. Just lift up the front end, put the styrofoam packing underneath, and insert the bottom bolts. Next, we're going to put the rear foot plate on. Just put it over, line up the holes. Insert the 2 bolts. Tighten the bolts down and just snug them down. They don't need to be too tight. Once that's on, we can put the seat on. Using the adjustment handle with the brass washer. Then you want to use a little bit of grease on the adjustment handle. Just put a little bit of grease on the end of it. Put the seat on. Taller people want to use the front hole, shorter people will use the rear hole. Screw it down. And that's a seat assembly. The adjustment handles do pivot. You can just pull down on the handle, adjust the handle to get it out of the way if you need to, and you're set. Once you let go, you can adjust the tension more if you need. Now we're going to install the handlebars. Lift the post up a little bit. The handlebar does have a cardboard piece in it. There's a pill that the adjustment handle pushes against that holds the handlebar in place. Leave the cardboard in. You may need to pull it up just a little bit to get it to slide out. But the idea is when you slide the handlebar onto the post, you'll be pulling the cardboard out at the same time and the pill will stay in place. So put the handlebar on. Slide it on. and the handlebar is installed. Then we're going to put the end cap on, and that will prevent the handlebar from sliding off the post. Just have 2 small screws that hold it on. Get them threaded. And again, just gently snug them down. And that's the installation of the handlebar. Next, we'll jump to the pedals. On the ends of the pedals, you'll have an R for right and an L for left. Keep in mind that the left pedal is reverse threaded, so you'll be turning it counterclockwise to install. And you want to tighten it down with your 15mm pedal wrench. And do be sure that the pedals are on nice and tight. Then repeat the process on the right side. Next thing we're going to install is a water bottle cage. There is a wrench that either will be with the packing material or taped to the cage itself. Just unscrew the clamp. Then we'll install the clamp onto the handlebars. The screws should thread in nice and easy, so if you need to, back them out and start over again if they don't feel like they're moving freely. Once the clamp is tight, we're done with the assembly process. You do have some multi-purpose grease and the brake pad oil that you want to be sure to hold on to for future use. After that, we're done with assembly and you're ready for your first workout.